So would we say we are more faithful or he is more faithful? I know we know the right answer, but what do we know in our hearts?
I think what we know in the heart is that whatever we take ourselves to be is a bunch of sensations and thoughts in him. So there's no separation. There's that light, and that's it. I mean, that's the one. That's the only one that's here. That's the only thing that's actually living. And in that is, we can imagine all kinds. I mean, that sensation is me as the body, but he's more closer to us than the sensation. Sensation is in him. It's like the image in the mirror. No mirror, no image. So, I mean, what he's trying to teach us is that we are actually the formless. We are the formless, and in the formless, the bodies, the shapes, it all appears, and it's a play within him, the manifestation within him, and only he is alive. So, that's really, and that's the unifier between what happens between now and this body going away when we sleep. It's all happening in him, the green body.
Okay, so suppose this report is heard. It's heard.
Yeah.
Fully. Is there anything else?
Only that, creating the separation between him and then saying, you're external to me, and you're not everything everywhere, but I'm here and you're there, and I'm going to your feet and all that, actually creates a kind of a, confusion.
Oh,
The thing is,
no, for whom does it create the confusion?
so
There is no separation.
if there's
So-
a dissolution, let's say that if it's felt that the one
Felt by whom?
Felt by I.
It's felt by
I.
the non-separate one is now confused and feeling something.
The I. There's only one I. There's no two I's. There aren't like two versions of me. There's only me, right? There's only one I.
Then who's
That I.
confused?
That I is not confused, and I is just, it's kind of convey the I is.
So confusion is not possible in the human condition.
I don't want to conjecture, I'm just extremely serious.
Who is this I who doesn't want to conjecture?
See, there's only one I.
Yes, I know. I
There
heard
aren't
that.
multiple I's. And
So
to
who
ask
is
the
this
nature
one?
of the I,
This
the
one.
nature of the I is the real one, which is universal, all light, like space. There's only one I.
Yes.
So
So then,
that's the I.
Yeah.
Now, that I may imagine that it's personal.
who may imagine?
That I'm just saying, I don't know the reason for this Leela, but in fact, I mean, it's very difficult to to ascribe the reasons for it, but I'm just saying that I think it's better to dissolve. I just feel in the heart that it's better to dissolve the separation.
Better for whom?
Better for the real one.
So the real one is in a situation which can get better?
I don't know about, I don't know better, but certainly there's going to be confusion
For?
for the real one. The real one can imagine itself to be separate, which is what we've been doing all our lives.
Okay.
I think I've been doing this all my life, is just imagining, that I'm this identity and person. It's what I've been doing all my life. And with his grace, I think, and I think it's what he's saying, there's only one universal I. And we can worship him in all ways we want to, and we have as many parts as we want, as long as we are pure in our love for him. That's all fine. But I think the eventual reality is there's only one I. I think the ego, the ego, that association is I mean, this is part of the play.
So avidya happens to whom?
I mean, avidya happens to the if the real I imagines himself to be something separate from himself, then it happens. Then he has to play the game of finding himself.
Yes. And by whose grace does the game happen where the return happens to the truth?
It's only him. There's only him. Only the light. Only the sun. Shining here. Everything else is his creation. So it's his. When the time is right for him to, you know, get detached from playing around in the world, which is his creation, he wants to come back to his fullness and stillness. Maybe there were some desires, but the desire needs the personal I to fulfill them. You know, your desires need the personal I. You know, whatever the desire is, it could be even a spiritual desire.
Yeah.
I want to keep seeking him, keep staying so. Could be a
So-
worldly desire, could be any desire.
So you have recognized that you are this I.
You are as in only he is. It's not me as it's not this person. It's just only that sun
You as this
shines.
person. You that is
Not labeling it
beyond the
as
layer of personhood. There is no distinction between you and I anymore, isn't it?
there's only that I exists. Now there's this play within the I where there's a sensation, the mind is playing, the sensations are there, the body is there,
Yeah.
and there's this continuous sadhana to separate oneself from identification with the personal.
Okay. And this one self is him only.
The one self is him only,
Okay.
because the intelligence is only him. The one who knows the space as well as the form in it
Yeah.
there's only one. The intelligence is only one.
Yeah. So this I, the Nirguna Brahman, playing as the Saguna, playing as the Atma, playing as the projection of consciousness, playing as all of this play of so-called humanity. And humanity realizes that it is that I itself, isn't it? On freeing itself from avidya. Now, is there anything that this I, the light of this entire universe, is there anything that this I cannot do? There's nothing.
Create all forms, all animate, inanimate, everything. It's the one source of all.
Everything. And you realize that I am that.
Yeah, that's him. That's maybe there's some sheets within all of us.
Yes.
But the innermost sheath is just this one universal boundless one.
Yes. So when you realize that you are that, just bring these wires to life.
And it's different.
What's different?
It's different, right? Because the universal one has to decide what he wants to do. This one is this
This one is which one?
This one is like this one is the expression of that one. So
So this one is not that.
This one is the expression of that one. Even the thoughts and the
So
words.
you are fundamentally not that, you are just an expression.
Yeah, that is true.
Uh-huh.
I agree with that. That is actually true.
Yes.
It's very, I mean, I
So
never
if-
felt this way, but it's actually true.
Okay. So if you are just an expression and you are fundamentally not that, then isn't that external to you?
It's not an external. This is it's like the most subtlest and the grosser.
But you are not that
Right.
fundamentally.
Fundamentally, the intelligence is
Fundamentally, are you that or not that? Are you an adjunct, like an expression?
100% and undeniably, certainly, without any doubt, am an expression of that.
An expression of that is like an adjunct of that?
An expression of that.
Like, why can an expression of that not do everything that he can?
I mean, it's like, it's like uh, the light can form a color, but the color is not the power of the light.
Okay.
So they're both the same. The color comes from the light.
Yeah.
It's a part of expression of the light, but the light is the light.
Yes.
And the color is, it appears, it's the appearance of the
Exactly.
light in that like, little,
Exactly.
it's like the quality of the light.
Yeah.
Like it's an visually perceivable quality of the unseen, which has the power to express itself as the light.
So
As the color, sorry.
very
So
good.
that's the relationship. It's like a subordinate to
Very good.
the all, right? So it's very difficult to put this stuff in words, which is why I really struggle, to
Exactly.
answer about which is the color the light? Well, the color comes from the light, the power to express, I mean, the power to express the color, could it come without the light? No. Can the light be seen? No. Is the light everywhere? Yeah. So it's like that, relationships, very subtle relationship between, the one that can be seen, which is very limited and doesn't really have the express. It's the expression, not the expressor, right?
Yes.
So I mean, I just feel like it's a very kind of a subtle relationship.
Very good. So if the color red says, I am that light, that's correct. And if the color blue says, I am made up of that light, he is everything to me, so I bow down to that light.
Yeah.
But the color red says to the color blue, oh, you're so foolish. You've taken the light to be external to you. What would you say?
I mean, they're both, I mean, it's all good, right? As long as you don't imagine yourself to be, separate, it's all good. I mean, there's nothing,
So are you saying that it's Achinta Veda Veda, which means that it's an unfathomable oneness and yet distinction, which is what the color and light is telling me, you're saying?
I mean, everything is just one, and then it just comes, it expresses itself in different transient forms.
Yeah. So if you are that one,
Yeah.
can you bring this fire to life?
If I am the one and I wanted to, make this wire dance around like a snake, I probably could.
Please, please.
Yeah, but it's not this one. It's the intelligence that projected this one.
So which one is that? The light.
It's the light.
Yes.
So
So
this is the color. The color can't make the other
exactly.
things
So
appear.
although you are one,
Yeah.
there is a distinction as well.
This is this one is like the image of the cinema, and that one is the projector light. So
Correct.
they're totally different.
So although
this one is contained in that, but not, I can't go in the opposite direction.
Correct. So
like
one
image in the mirror can't play the role in the mirror.
Yes. So if the perspective of the one that's contained becomes that of reverence towards the container,
Yeah.
would you say that is fundamentally bad?
But there's no bad or good, right? There's nothing at all like that. It's just a recognition of reality. And then that's what, we search for the recognition of who we are. We recognize who we are, and any way we do it, whether it's through reverence, through sitting the mind and experiencing it, through karma, through what there. I mean, I can't even say unless I can only talk about your own experience.
So
but there's so many paths. Who's one to judge one or the other, right? They're all great. As long as you come to this understanding.
If the contained feels like the container is much bigger than itself, much broader than itself, that it is nothing in front of the container, then in that reverence, if the words seem to be that you are the greatest, you are the highest, you are the most loving, you are the most merciful, would you say that that one is caught in avidya necessarily?
No, not at all, right? Because we can't even, I mean, the power of the the one who is here as all of us is so, I mean, it's just unfathomable to the mind itself. Anything we can say, to it,
How
God,
how are
we have to be reverent. I mean, we have to be reverent because we are just that's our living Father and his only living life right now. So I mean, how can we not be reverence to how can the painting not be reverential to the painter? It's the painter, right?
very good.
So he's actually painting this image right now, second by second. He's
Exactly.
making this transient play, appear. So everything here, every element is him.
Yes. But
So,
why are you saying him? It's one with you, no?
yeah, that's true. And
But why are you
like
saying him?
him and I are same.
Yes, and isn't that exactly what you're saying? That it's Achinta Veda Abheda, which means that an unfathomable, uncomputable, unintellectualizable oneness and yet distinction.
Yeah. In the heart, when we, as we, as you guided us to feel the heart, we feel the presence, means we feel everything, including the body being a little thing in it. So it's then totally evident to us, right? The oneness as the knower
Yes.
with everything is just like it's just that's what we feel every minute. We feel that the body is in us. We just feel it every minute. So where's the separation?
Yes.
This,
And yet,
that so we can't say that we can say we are there and we have expressed ourselves as the body and
yeah,
but where's the separation?
exactly. So the Abheda part is clear because we can't find the boundary to ourselves. The Veda part is clear that that which is the creator, the light, the sustainer of the universe, even after recognition that I am that, I cannot, I don't have a single supernatural power. I can't create one ray of light. I can't create 1 ounce of love. You see? So when it becomes clear, although it's very troubling to the intellect, when it becomes clear that I am one, and yet I am a tiny, distinct aspect at best, you see, then the highest knowledge and the highest servitude can uh, can run this life, run this expression as you called it. So I don't feel like we have to force it like either too much on this way or too much on that way. Both are valid paths. And ultimately, like Bhagavan said, Jnana and Bhakti are two wings of the same bird. So it's very important for us not to feel that one wing is more important or one wing is the ultimate and the other wing is the non-ultimate.
It's not at all true. It's just that I think I just wanted to say that it really feels and through actually reminding myself all the time that whatever I take that body I to be, it's it's like a ripple in the observer. This wasn't evident to me for a long time. Actually, this is the source of my confusion. For a long time, I really thought that the presence and the body and everything was, I mean, there weren't. It wasn't. I didn't know it so clearly that the body itself is like a sensation in the presence, and the presence itself is the knower. And because I know the presence, I'm inseparable from it. Like I mean, there's just it's the intelligence itself is the the spirit, the formless one. That is the knower, and then even the body is it's just it's like it's a ripple. Tomorrow, if he takes away the body, nothing will happen to him, to the witness. And in fact, he's doing it in dream and sleep all the time to to show us that all this stuff is just as his creation.
Yeah. But you don't, why do you put yourself down? I feel like you got a good sense of that very early on in satsang itself. Why do you say that it's recent or something like that?
No, that this sense of really feeling like he's more proximate than the body.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the first thing in the morning when you wake up, you feel the you and I just use the word Atma. You feel the Atma, and then you feel like the body is an expression. I didn't know, I mean, I didn't feel, I mean, for a long time, I really was trying to figure out what is this, but now it just feels like that expression is the body is like just, he comes first, and then the body comes. And so he's the creator of the sense of having the body. And then that he's also then the dissolver in meditation, the dissolver of that sense. So only he shines. And so only he's there. In fact, he's so great that only he shines, and he also dissolves the sense of separation by his will in the waking state too. So we just know that it's only him. It's and then we are actually formless. We're all totally conditioned to believing that we are this person. But if somebody told us from a child that you're actually completely formless, maybe you wouldn't have wasted so much of my life. I mean, just it's because it's just it's an essential difference, but such a like who really feels or that they're just told that they're formless. You know what I mean? If you just start to search for them, you through there's no denying it that we are actually formless. We are the presence. And it just it just wasn't clear to me for a long, long time. The sense of presence, feeling of presence was clear. That we we are the presence. It was actually not very clear. I really struggled with the mind that doesn't want to admit that the whatever it takes itself to be is just a bunch of sensations. It's not in the ocean. So I don't know why I just felt the urge to just share this. I did not really intend to do it, but I just I know it's a little bit of tangent to what you were saying, but just wanted to share it.
Yes, tangents are welcome. Tangents are welcome as long as it doesn't seem like it's in opposition to what's being shared. As long as it's clear that
Another view.
it. No, no, no. Also, all views are completely welcome, but uh, what is dangerous is to only make a new conceptual framework out of whatever insight we may be having. No? So remember that the truth does not rely on our conceptual understanding of the truth. The truth is freshly available to us every time we look. What is the reality of myself? Who am I? Do I need to remember the answer to that? Maybe as a reminder to look, but not as a replacement for the looking. You see? Because the truth is always freshly available. God is always fresh and available. That which we make as an understanding in our mind cannot add light to the truth. It can only serve as a proxy or a replacement for the truth. So the attempt is to be empty of, is there anything that we know conceptually and we take to be the truth of ourselves conceptually, which is not avidya? Which Vedantin can answer. If I say that I am that, or I am the pure awareness or the self, but I'm just Speaking of this from an experience I had in 2009, is that avidya or vidya? The experience was valid in 2009. You see, but I remembered it then. And since then, I just remember from there and I speak from there. Is that vidya or avidya? It's still avidya, isn't it? Because true vidya, true knowledge is fresh from the Atma right now.
When you say, "But this is so familiar, yet so like this flesh world, like only when you're open and empty, then you realize that you're seeing it now. Otherwise, you can imagine that, imagine what you saw long back, and think that you're seeing it now, and actually you're not. You're just remembering.
That's the danger. So in my previous avatar, which some of you like more maybe, but uh, we were emphasizing on one aspect of it. Now I'd like to emphasize on both aspects of it more. But even in the previous avatar, I'm not saying avatar in this version, in the previous version. Uh, the previous version, I was just emphasizing on that aspect of it more. But even then, the emphasis was that if it is heart insight, if it is intuitive insight, if it is Atma Gyan, then we must not have to rely on some conceptual, intellectual framework to tell us what it is. It must be fresh and alive right now. The truth doesn't need to be remembered. Only the false needs to be remembered. Yeah. So that's why for me it's a bit, I have to push a little bit more. If I feel like the same framework seems to be perpetuating, so we need to fall back into that which is freshly seen, freshly seen non-conceptually, non-sensorially. That urge to make a report out of something, I see, is also, I see, like a way of making a concept about it, isn't it? Because that's why it's very dangerous for me to say yes to anything, because then what happens? We get a tick from a seemingly credible source about that concept, and then we feel safe that we can safely hold it. That's why I love like the Zen method, where the answer for everything is no. No is no. Just no. I think he's provoked me to get back to my old mode. Yes. Get to the same. No, I'm answer. Just no. Yeah. No, I mean, not no, because I know that. But I was trying to say that when I wanted to make a report in my mind, comes and wants to make a theory about whatever I may have happened. But not including this theory, is it? Yeah, not including this theory. Why not? I so you said to see it fresh. That was like the point. To see it now. You don't need to memorize it. Yeah. You can see it so now. Empty of that is. Right. Important conversation. Thank you. Well, I'm sure that because it's achintana, unfathomable, so whichever leg of this table you pull, It can feel like, but this is opposed to the other leg. It's actually not opposed. And what is the strangest thing? Have you noticed that like myself being first in the line for that, is that when I call myself an Advaitin too strongly, then I'm the most Dvaitin. Have you had conversations with non-dual people in Tiruvannamalai? I'm sure you had some.
Well, nice.
I find them very dualistic because they are just like, it is only like this. But isn't that duality to say that this is the only path or this is the only right? Not fall into any of these traps. Have a broader perspective.